Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's which we'll be looking for alphabet 10p's. So we want some 2019 dated ones because we've never finished a 2019 book. We have got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So any of the last 6 would be fantastic, but we've been stuck on those 6 for so long because the 2019 alphabet 10p's are so low minted. We have though started our third 2018 book, because although these are tricksy to get, not quite as tricksy as some of the 2019 ones. So far we've got A, E, F, G, H, I, K, L and M, N, Q, P, S, T, U, V, X and Y. So again, any of those 2018s we're missing 2 would make for lovely finds, but let's get into the bags and see if we find any today. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be going through some comments recently left on my videos. To get a question into the Q&A, all you need to do is leave me a question, but ideally not one that is a question I've answered multiple times. Leave on the comments of any of my videos I go through once a week and pick out the ones I want to put into this video. We're going to start with Andy, who says, on the subject of incorrect dated Brexit coin, have you seen one? How many have been found and verified? So the explainer behind this one, Brexit, it's got peace, prosperity and friendship with all nations, and then 31st of January 2020 at the bottom. Now Brexit was supposed to happen before that. There was what, 2 or 3 different dates it was going to be happening on, and then at the last minute it got postponed and moved down the road. Now they wanted Brexit 50p's immediately available on the day of Brexit, so the Royal Mint had made them, and when it didn't happen they got melted down, turned into other coins, and then that happened a couple of times until that we eventually left the European Union. So allegedly there have been some with the incorrect dates, or the, well, not incorrect dates because they would have been the dates of Brexit, but the other dates Brexit was supposed to happen that didn't get melted down, that made their way out of the Royal Mint, which would be very, very exciting. Now I hadn't seen any in person or images that looked convincing until actually I think it was last week I got an email from a subscriber who sent me an image of one from a way back when. So technically I've seen one, an image of one, but I've not seen one in person. That'd be a very cool coin to find though. Daryl Morse says, do you sign Benjamin Bunnies anymore? You don't seem to show it anymore. I do in fact. So I've got a little glass jar off to the side where my Benjamin Bunnies go into from coin hunts. You can't see. I'm going to show you that is a Benjamin Bunny. And when I go to bag up all my coins, I sign the Benjamin Bunnies first and then split it over however many bags I've got. I've got 5 Benjamin Bunnies and 5 bags of 50p's that are going back to the bank. I put 1 in each of the bags and so on and so forth. But no, I don't know why I stopped signing them at the end of the video and showing them. But rest assured, every Benjamin Bunny I have found has got my signature on it and been put back into the wild. I don't know if you saw that, but that £2 coin has just rolled off of my pile of £2 coins and across my desk. Weird. What a name. Chickaboomba. Chickaboomer says, bro, can I have your collection, with a little sad emoji face. I mean, I guess if you don't ask, you don't get, but I'm not giving away my entire collection, but thank you for watching and leaving a comment. Mr. Tam says, your videos are my wee daily treat. Always look forward to them so. Well, thank you very much. There was a while ago someone left a comment about how they always watch my videos doing the dishes, and were concerned that at some point I'd find something exciting and holler, and that would cause them to drop their dishes in the sink. And it made me think, because what people get into routines and habits, and are there people that routinely watch my videos doing these tasks? So like there are podcasts I always listen to when I'm doing the dishes or driving a long distance. So it does make me wonder. I know that lots of people have said to me that if they're struggling to sleep, they'll put my videos on and it will relax them and help them get to sleep. Not that my videos are so boring you can't help but fall asleep, but I guess a view is a view, isn't it? Right, Obi Shifter says, for anyone who's wondering, a Turkish lira is worth about 2 pennies. So I think I found one of the Turkish lira. Was it in a £2 coin hunt a while ago. I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it was actually. I think I can remember the thumbnail. But yeah, if it was a £2 coin hunt and it's only worth 2p, then I've been royally stitched up there. That's not good. But then again, I collect world coins, so I don't mind the odd one turning up every now and again. Okay, Chris Devereaux says, ironically, a collector friend knows you. Ooh. Maybe, just maybe, we will bump into you and have a conversation about numismatics. How bizarre is that? Someone that I know knows you. I wonder if it's someone I've got to know through collecticals. I've made plenty of friends through making my YouTube videos, especially over on my Discord server. Quick little plug for that. There's a link in the description. Maybe it's someone from there, or maybe it's someone in person. How strange is that? I know my father, someone he worked with, was a metal detectorist and was trying to persuade him to come along to it. And he was like, oh yeah, maybe it sounds quite interesting, whatever. What got you into metal detectoring? And he said, oh, I watched this person on YouTube, Christopher Collects, and that got me into coins, and then eventually I got into older coins and hammer coins, found out I could go metal detectoring and could find them. He was like, Christopher Collects is my son. It was really, really strange. I think I gave him some little bits to pass on as a thanks, but yeah, that must have been a little bit weird for my dad, but no, it was kind of a cool story. Okay, Tyler 0M says, do you believe the Atlantic salmon is just as rare as a Q? Oh, that's the big question at the moment. That is a big question, because they are selling for crazy amounts of money at the moment. £50 a pop. Wow, well, I've got 2 of them stashed away. So, do I think they are as rare as a Q? The short answer is I don't know. We've got to wait for the mintage figures to come out. Initially they said 5 million, that was then retracted. We don't know what the mintage figure is going to be. Is it going to be more than 5 million? Is it going to be less than 5 million? I've not found an awful lot of them, but then again, I've not found one of the new £1 coins either, and we know the mintage of that is just under 3 million. At least that's what's gone into circulation initially. Again, could be more to follow, we don't really know. So maybe. What I would say though is there are always going to be more Atlantic salmons minted in subsequent years, and I fear that if we get, I don't know, a year or two along and then we have 50 million minted one year and they become really, really common, it'll end up like the 2017 Shield. It's the rarest of that circulating definitive design, but not a huge amount of value in it, so I wouldn't be putting 50 quid up for one, I must admit. Right, Mark Collins says, I want to go to the post office and get some coins, but my nearest one is Royal Wootton Bassett High Street. You've probably already been there and had their best coins. Fear not. So I've had numerous negative interactions at post offices local to me, not here in Royal Wootton Bassett, has to be said, but in other places. I've never had a helpful post office, so I've given up on post offices. So if you want to try and use my local post office on the high street where I live, then crack on, because I've not had a coin from them. James Brothers says the 1983 2p piece is supposed to be the most sought after coin, worth up to £700. Okay, so this is in my video. I was just jabbering on as I do in my £2 coin hunt, and I've posed the question, is there anything rarer and more valuable than a Kew Gardens 50p out in circulation, and qualified that with which should be in circulation. I will assume the 1983 2p coin you're talking about is the one that says new pence. So from 1971 to 1981, all of our coins said new pence or new penny for the penny, to differentiate it between the old pre-decimal coins that were being filtered out of circulation and these new decimal coins which were going to replace them over time. In 1983 they should have all changed to 1 penny, 2 pence, 5 pence, 20 pence, or whatever, so on and so forth, but some were struck in 1983 on the 2p coin saying new pence, which was an exciting error. They are quite valuable, but again, my qualification was anything in circulation that should be in circulation that is rarer and more valuable than a Kew Gardens 50p. So things like the Tosha Cat is out because it's an Isle of Man coin, it's not a UK circulating coin. I don't know, a 2019 Restrike Kew Gardens 50p doesn't count because again the restrikes weren't put into circulation, and I think the overarching answer was there isn't anything so far rarer and more valuable than a Kew Gardens 50p that you should be able to find in your change. The Atlantic Salmon is the one we're waiting to find out whether that will surpass the Kew Gardens or not. Right. Oh my goodness, what a name. June A. Khalid says, for the Q&A, does your bank give you the commemorative coins on purpose or accidentally? Neither. I just get a bag of coins and they will contain commemoratives or they won't contain commemoratives. They're not specifically giving me commemorative coins, but then they're also not specifically giving me bags of coins without commemoratives, if that makes sense. They're just bags of coins that have been sent in to fulfill their requirement for getting coins. So neither. Oh, there we go. Towards the end of the last bag. K for King Arthur. 2019 as well. Woohoo! Is it one of the 6 we need? I can't remember. I have to check at the end. Right, Ian Montgomery says, It just occurred to me that I had no idea who Christopher Ironside was. I do now, but as an Australian, I'm hardly surprised that I didn't know. I don't think that's just because you're Australian. I think a large proportion of the people in the UK won't know who Christopher Ironside is, despite the fact that many of us have probably looked at his artwork on our coins. For those, again, that don't know, Christopher Ironside is the man who designed created the designs for the new decimal coins, the halfpenny, the penny, the 2 pence, 5 pence, 10 pence, 50 pence. The 20p and the pound coin came later and were designed by other people, but he is the one who designed our first decimal definitive coin set. So at the time, I guess maybe Christopher Ironside would have been better known, but then again, like the new I'm trying to think the newest definitive design that we might have all have seen that is credited to someone. So the new definitives for 2023 weren't credited to anyone individually, it was just the Royal Mint. So I guess it's the 12-sided pound coin by Daniel Pearce, I think his name was. But then again, how many people are going to be able to pull his name out the top of their head? I don't think many people. So yeah, I still think it's really cool that we have a Christopher Ironside commemorative coin in circulation. I think that's a really neat thing that we've taken what was his intended design for the first 50p and put it onto a commemorative 50p in his honour. I think that's a pretty cool coin for the story behind it. Anyway, with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, all of our finds from today. We found a lot in today's hunt. We've got 2 from Croatia, these 2 Kuna coins. What's that, 2003 and 2017. We've got a couple of weirdly damaged ones. This one I just thought was that's been absolutely mushed. It almost looks like a hammered coin. So I'll pop that in my oddities box. Not valuable, not an error, just a damaged coin. And again, someone has tried painting this one, which I think looks quite cool. Again, not any added value, just some interesting post-mint damage, I guess. A couple from the Isle of Man. This beautiful little Manx cat, lovely design. And then we've got the Triskelion 2. Order design for the coin, although a very good vintage if I say so myself, 1992. We've got a nice big old cud error, that little blob of metal there resulting from damage to the die used when striking the coin, which we see every now and again. And then a jersey, another good vintage one too. But of course, Starfine K for King Arthur, although some people do say it's Knights of the Round Table, but it is King Arthur for sure. And of course, on top of all that, it's dated 2019 too, which is very, very exciting. So an amazing find, to be fair. Not one for the book, sadly, but we have got quite a lot found in today's hunt, so I won't grumble at all. Now, as ever, there are links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come and join me on that. There are also links to my other social media channels, the PO box address if you want to write in to me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, company I work for as my day job, so please check them out as well. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.